Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we are soaking up the rays with Chasing the Sun by renowned science journalist Linda Geddes. Published in 2019, this enlightening work unravels the crucial impact of our closest star on human existence, both historically and in contemporary society. Geddes illuminates our perpetual fascination with the sun, diving into its vital role in our physical and mental health. Chasing the Sun is not merely a book, it is an exploration of a natural phenomenon that has shaped our worldviews, our cultures, and our lives. Geddes, with her extensive background in biology, technology, and medicine, brings credibility and curiosity to the fore, presenting an investigation that has earned her accolades. She is not just a voice in the field, but an awarded storyteller, hailed for her investigative prowess with the Best Investigative Journalism Award from the Association of British Science Writers. This book is an ideal companion for those who revel in scientific exploration, individuals coping with the winter blues, or anyone seeking to enhance their lifestyle through understanding the sun's profound influence. With Chasing the Sun, prepare to embark on a journey that promises to shine a light on the enigmatic and ever-present source of life, the sun. Join us as we delve into its pages for an absorbing and succinct journey, perfect for anyone craving enlightenment in just 20 minutes. Chasing the Sun, the new science of sunlight and how it shapes our bodies and minds. Introduction. The sun's crucial role in our health and happiness. The majestic rise and set of the sun have not only captivated human imagination for millennia, they have also held a pivotal place in the sustenance of life. Through ancient ceremonies and temples dedicated to the solar deity, our ancestors acknowledged the sun's profound significance. Fast forward to the modern era where science has substantiated our intuitions. The sun is indispensable to our health and happiness. Let's embark on a journey enriched by scientific inquiry, which unravels the intricate bonds between our bodies and the solar rays that grace our planet. It's an exploration into understanding how sunlight aids our biological functions, and conversely, how its absence can lead to an array of health complications. From the disorientation of jet lag to seasonal mood swings, the impacts of our solar connection are far-reaching. This narrative will shed light on critical insights such as the historical and effective use of sunbathing to combat the childhood disease rickets, strategies to brighten our spirits during the dark, chill months, and the controversial effects of daylight saving time, potentially more problematic than beneficial. Through this odyssey, the sun emerges not just as a giver of light, but as a vital source of life and well-being. Join us as we chase the sun, and in doing so, discover pathways to enrich our physical and mental health. Part 1. Syncing our lives with the sun, the vital science of our internal clocks. Imagine your body as an intricate orchestra with the myriad processes and functions playing together in harmony, all conducted by the unseen yet pivotal maestro known as your internal clock. It's not just a poetic metaphor, it's a daily reality that ensures the optimal performance of every biological task, from breaking down a meal to rejuvenating through sleep. In the depths of your brain, there lies a remarkable conductor made of 20,000 cells known as the suprachiasmatic nucleus, the SCN for short. Nestled within the hypothalamus, a region fundamental to hormone regulation, the SCN orchestrates the rhythms of your body in response to the time of day. Your circadian rhythms, the biological sequences that unfold over a 24-hour cycle, are finely tuned to facilitate a delicate dance of physiological transitions. As dawn breaks, a biological ballet begins. Hormones activate, blood pressure surges, energy stores mobilize, all to equip you with the vitality needed to seize the day. Come nightfall, a different choreography envelops your being. Blood pressure dips, core temperature drops, all beckoning the arrival of restful slumber. The synchronization of these circadian rhythms to the precise moment is the handiwork of the SCN. At the heart of this complex system, driving the clockwork of our bodies, is the sun, nature's timekeeper. Dusk's dimming glow signals the approach of twilight repose, while the morning sun's first rays herald the cessation of sleep-inducing melatonin and insinuate the onset of wakefulness and hunger. This biological heritage is etched into our genetic fabric, echoing the ancient circadian cadences of cyanobacteria, our distant forebears. Consider the botanical world, where flowers such as morning glories unfurl at dawn, and night-blooming petunias await the moon's ascent, each attuned to the solar cycle and its respective role in nature's symphony. We, too, are dancers in this cosmic ballet, with our well-being intricately linked to the cycles of the sun. By embracing our place in this solar chorus, we navigate our daily lives with a deeper understanding of the rhythms that govern us. Part 2. Heliotherapy, the sun's enduring legacy in health and healing. Long before the advent of modern medicine, the wise ancients of Rome and Greece looked to the heavens for a source of wellness, turning their faces skyward to bask in the sun's nurturing embrace. Hippocrates, whose name is enshrined as the founding figure of medicinal practice, prescribed the sun's golden rays as a panacea to maintain the body's equilibrium. Bathing in sunlight, these solaria served as ancient clinics, providing relief for a myriad of conditions, from the physical to the psychological. Yet the art of sun healing, known as heliotherapy, seemed destined to become a footnote in history until a resurgence at the cusp of the 20th century revealed the sun's power against tuberculosis of the skin. A scientific breakthrough came shining through. Our skin, when kissed by sunlight, becomes an alchemic workshop, producing vitamin D, the guardian of our bones and the thwart of rickets, a disease that plagued the sun-starved factory workers of industrial England. As modern medicine advanced with the creation of antibiotics, heliotherapy once again retreated into the shadows. However, the need for vitamin D endures, with current research underscoring its importance for expecting mothers to shield their unborn children from illnesses such as multiple sclerosis. The stark contrast in our contemporary lifestyle is clear when comparing light exposure. A British office worker may garner a scant 587 lux of light during summers and a mere 210 lux in winters, within the confines of daily routines, dwarfed by the Amish, who, in their outdoor labor, soak in the sun's generosity at 4,000 lux and 1,500 lux across seasons. The dilemma of sunlight deficiency isn't confined to adults. School children are similarly restrained from the daily solar nourishment that benefits their growing bones and stabilizes their circadian clocks. Amidst educational institutions tightening outdoor recess, workplaces remain largely indifferent, neglecting the integral role the sun plays in the health of their workforce. In the grand narrative of humanity, our connection with the sun is a thread that runs deep, revealing a simple truth. Both body and mind yearn for the celestial healer's touch, to fortify our bones and to harmonize our internal rhythms with the natural world. Part 3. Navigating the maze of artificial light. The challenge to our circadian rhythms. Traversing through history, our ancestors were intimately attuned to the ebb and flow of sunlight, their daily routines dictated by the natural rhythms of day and night. Fast forward to the modern landscape, and you'll find an altogether different scenario, where many of us are cocooned in office cubicles, our gazes fixed on the artificial glow of screens long after the sun has surrendered its reign to the moon. Indeed, such persistent exposure to synthetic lighting, from the fluorescent beams overhead to the pixels of our devices, is at odds with our intrinsic rhythms. Our circadian rhythms, those master timekeepers deep within our brains, are faltering in the face of unending illumination, throwing off the delicate balance needed for one of life's simplest yet most crucial pleasures. a restorative night's sleep. A full cycle of slumber and wakefulness is not merely a luxury, it is the cornerstone of well-being. Our internal clocks depend on the clear signals of dawn and dusk to orchestrate the transition from vitality to tranquility. But the artificial ambience, especially the pervasive blue spectrum emitted from the screens we so cherish, keeps melatonin, sleep's chemical herald, at bay, duping our bodies into an eternal twilight. In pursuit of a life more aligned with our timeless biology, one may look to experiments that challenge our dependence on electric light. Take, for example, spending a month by candlelight, an anecdote from the author which yielded not so much longer sleep but a deeper, more rejuvenating one. With mornings greeted by invigorated spirits, the experiment hinted at the profound impact of realigning our sleep with the natural dance of light and darkness. By recognizing the subtleties of how artificial light infiltrates and misguides our bodily rhythms, we are better equipped to create sanctuaries of sleep and healthy living spaces, a gentle nod to the celestial cycles that have cradled human existence since time immemorial. Part 4. The Dark Side of Disrupted Rhythms, Cancer Risks and Coping with Polar Nights. In the vast lexicon of medical research, a grave statement stands out from the International Agency for Research in Cancer. Circadian disruption is probably carcinogenic to humans. This sobering classification sheds light on the tangible health risks associated with life outside the natural ebb and flow of day and night. Consider the tale of Seth Burton, an ex-US Navy submarine captain, whose battle with cancer he earnestly attributes to a career of rhythmic upheaval. Submerged in the ocean's depths, with neither sunlight nor a standard 24-hour cycle, their regimented lives revolving around an 18-hour day, the submarine crew stood as testaments to the potential dangers of such a lifestyle. Rodent studies have beckoned similar concerns, teasing the links between circadian chaos and cancerous developments. But the implications of rhythmic disarray snake far beyond physical health, creeping into the mental and emotional realms, particularly in regions kissed sparingly by the winter sun. The phenomenon known as seasonal affective disorder, or SAD. The winter blues looms over the inhabitants of higher latitudes, where daylight becomes a precious commodity. To push back against the gloomy tide of seasonal depression, innovations have come to light, quite literally, in the form of therapy lamps. These artificial suns have proven their mettle with clinical tests at Maryland's National Institute of Mental Health demonstrating a swift retreat of SAD symptoms following exposure, heralding a sunnier disposition within mere days. Taking a leap toward the literal, the Norwegian town of Urjukan dared to defy its sun-starved fate with Solspele, colossal sun mirrors, perched high in the mountains, a reflection of human ingenuity extending sunshine hours to the joy of its residents. Sweden, too, brandishes its own unique weapon against the encroaching darkness, a blissful interplay of sauna heat and the shock of an icy plunge. Here, science and tradition intertwine. The sauna's embrace mimics the sun's touch, coaxing out nitric oxide and serotonin for uplifted spirits, while the jolt of cold water summons a rush of endorphins, carving euphoria out of the frigid void. From the depths of submarine bunks to the snowy expanses of Scandinavia, humanity has grappled with the consequences of living at odds with the sun, and in doing so has unearthed both cautionary tales and creative remedies to keep the inner light burning bright. Part 5. Chronotherapy, a rhythmic remedy for the grip of depression. Beyond the transient throes of seasonal blues lies a territory marred by the relentless shadows of chronic depression and bipolar disorder, conditions that defy the fleeting nature of milder mood disturbances. Yet, emerging from the depths of modern research is a beacon of hope that rhythmically pulsates to the beat of our internal clocks, chronotherapy. This cutting-edge treatment approach harnesses the power of our circadian rhythms to bolster mental health. Practitioners like psychiatrist Francesco Benedetti of Milan's San Raffaele Hospital are wielding chronotherapy as a transformative tool against the specter of severe depression, a condition that had once ensnared his own patient, Maria, in its vicious maw, driving her toward the brink of despair. The turning point for Maria came not through the sterile halls of psychiatric wards, but from a nuanced treatment devised by Dr. Benedetti. This therapeutic intervention, known as triple chronotherapy, weaves together the calming luminance of light therapy, the stabilizing influence of lithium, and the conditional use of sleep deprivation to combat the encroaching dark of depression. Maria's artistic resurgence at dawn, following a night's vigil, heralds the retreat of her depressive state, a testament to the therapy's efficacy. These temporary reprieves from her afflictions suggest that the calibration of her circadian rhythms indeed has merit, potentially rivaling or even surpassing the oft-prescribed antidepressants, all the while sparing her their hazardous side effects. The underlying science is formidable. Neuroscience lays bare the intimate relationship between circadian rhythms and the cadence of neurochemicals like serotonin, the very target of common antidepressants. It stands to reason, then, that a treatment aimed at reinforcing these natural cycles could be instrumental in dispelling depression's gloom. Benedetti's clinic stands as a sanctuary for sufferers, with nearly 1,000 patients treated since 1996, many of whom found little solace in pharmaceuticals. Astoundingly, about 70% of them have seen the clouds part following triple chronotherapy, embracing a brighter horizon that once seemed an impossibility. Chronotherapy emerges not merely as a treatment but as a philosophical shift, recognizing the profound influence of our internal clocks on well-being and offering a harmonious solution to those wrestling with the silent turmoil of depression. Part 6. Aligning with your internal clock. A step toward a healthier society. In an age where the ticking of the clock dictates our daily conduct, a burgeoning awareness of circadian rhythms invites a provocative question. Might a life more in harmony with our innate temporal patterns yield greater health? The concept of daylight saving time, with its biannual ritual of clock adjustment, stands as an agent of social jet lag, a synchronization misstep that jolts entire populations into a state of collective drowsiness. In the picturesque German spa town of Bad Kissingen, the notion of discovering time resonates not just as a marketing ploy, but as a movement spearheaded by business manager Michael Whedon. Inspired by the benefits of chronotherapy, Whedon advocates for a societal embrace of various chronotypes, from the vigilant lark to the nocturnal owl, by promoting flexible schedules that cater to individual biological clocks. His bold stance even involves challenging daylight saving time, proposing that Bad Kissingen set its own time standard independent of the contentious practice. Though this particular call to action faced resistance, it illuminates a broader confrontation with societal norms. Consider Edina, Minnesota, where high schools heralded a shift towards later start times, from the bleary-eyed inception of 7:20 a.m. to a more serene 8:30 a.m. launch to the day. This small temporal tweak reaped significant rewards. Students thrived with increased alertness, improved grades, and heightened attendance, echoed by the renewed zest of the educators themselves. Across the ocean, a British comprehensive school phased into a 10 a.m. start, observing not only dwindling illness-related absences, but also a substantial ascent in academic achievement. As schools begin to redraw the boundaries of traditional schedules, the corporate landscape is not far behind. Enlightened enterprises are installing lighting that ebbs and flows in concert with natural daylight, exploring remote working arrangements, and generally elevating the consideration of inner biological timelines. This budding recognition of our natural rhythm's role in well-being is a clarion call for adaptation. With a growing body of evidence in favor of these small yet profound changes, it is hoped that more institutions will commit to supporting the synchrony of internal clocks with daily life, paving the way for a healthier, more attuned society. Final summary. The majestic sun rising and setting with timeless regularity, is not just a fixture of our skies, it's the silent conductor of our body's internal clock. The synchronization of our circadian rhythms with the solar cycle is indispensable for orchestrating a symphony of physiological processes that keep us functioning at our best. This includes managing our sleep patterns and hormone release, ensuring we wake up refreshed and are ready to face the day with vigor. But the benefits of the sun extend beyond circadian regulation. The warmth of its rays prompts our skin to produce vitamin D, essential for bone health and emotional well-being. The sun's influence is so profound that it even offers potential pathways for alleviating serious mental health conditions such as chronic depression through the practice of chronotherapy, which seeks to harmonize our inner clocks with the natural world. The implications of our solar relationship have begun to resonate more broadly, prompting re-evaluation and adaptation in various spheres. Educational institutions are acknowledging the unique sleep needs of teenagers by adjusting school start times, and companies are embracing work environments that reflect natural light patterns or offer flexible hours. Such changes represent a growing recognition of the crucial role our inner timing plays in our well-being. As this sun-centric understanding permeates society, we may find ourselves increasingly aligned with the natural rhythms that have governed life on Earth since its dawn. The sun's gifts, it turns out, are integral not just to our planet's ecology, but to our health, mood, and daily functioning. A truth as enduring as the cycles of day and night themselves. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.